Rivalry Saturday sees a pair of one-run games in both baseball and softball, one of them involving late-inning heroics. I'm Mark Fontes with sports. Steinert and Hamilton West baseball came into Saturday morning both with perfect 3-0 records. Both had put dozens of runs on the board in their first three outings, and each group had turned in stellar pitching. But on this Saturday, only one of them would remain undefeated. And in Hightstown, Petty softball hosted longtime rival Blair in a rematch of that NJSI AA Prep A championship win for the Falcons last May.
The wind would not leave anyone alone Saturday, including two of the Garden State's biggest softball rivals. Petty in the white and navy jumping up 1-0 in their half of the first inning. Blair top of the second. Jillian McKenna up. Swings, hits a slow roller into the infield. Shortstop Carrie Cortman throws. They get the play at first, but Julia Dioguardi from second base hustling to third. She is safe. Next up for Blair, Carolyn Wan. She hits a little chopper. Tough play for Melissa Bollmeyer to make. She throws home, but Dioguardi in ahead of it, so Blair ties it up at 1-1 in the second inning. Both teams' defenses needed to be on point all day, like center fielder Nikki Powell of Petty. Powell, by the way, the one who batted in the Falcons' first inning run. Following that, though, Petty struggled trying to hit Blair pitcher Michelle Fox, who struck out several while her infielders, like second baseman Lauren Mezzanotte, helped out very much. Later, Blair's Anna Greek up hits it the opposite way. Shannon Cortman going back for it in right. It gets all the way to the wall. Cortman gets right on it for Greek, a stand-up double. Couple batters later, Deanna Inez hits it to Cortman at short. She can't get a handle on it right away, so Blair would put runners on the corners. Inez would later steal second, and then Mezzanotte gave this one a ride. It's playable for both Powell and Cortman, but the ball will drop in there. Greek scores. Right behind her, Inez comes in, and Blair takes a 3-1 lead in the top of the third inning. Couple innings after that, Dioguardi up at the plate. She hits this foul ball, but watch first baseman Carolyn Abbin. What a grab! That got Petty out of a jam. Shannon Cortman gives Abbin props. Bottom six, Bollmeyer up, swings and hits this deep to center field. Watch the top left of your screen. Out of there, a solo homer from Melissa Bollmeyer, and we have ourselves a one-run game. In the bottom of the seventh, last chance for the Falcons, Hannah Hargrove about to step into the batter's box with Evie Clausell on third base. Tying run just feet away. Fox, though, would run the count full on Hargrove, and a called third strike ends the game. Blair wins at 3-2. Petty remains at home for Tuesday's game against North Brunswick High. In Hamilton Saturday, West pitcher Shane Finley on the mound against the power hitters of the 2012 Steinert Spartans. Finley here against P.J. Wiegartner, who swings and misses. Finley, in fact, held the Spartans hitless for the first three innings of the game as he gets a chest bump from catcher David Osnato. For the Spartans, pitcher Karsten Robb was on his A-game all day long, struck out many and saw far more foul balls than fair. Top of the fourth, Osman hits this straight through Ben Podgorski at third and into left. Courtesy runner Bobby Radis called up for him. Radis sure is a common last name at both these schools. After that, Vinny Sorrentino swings, sends this deep to right field. Adam Reese and James Lockley are both going back. It lands, and that means extra bases. Radis rounding third, coming all the way home, and he is safe ahead of the throw. The Hornets jump up 1-0 on the RBI double by Sorrentino as Radis gets props. Bottom four, this was the first hit Finley surrendered, and a scary moment at that. Wiegartner hits a comebacker that gets a piece of Finley's leg. The West coaching staff came over. Finley, though, took a few deep breaths and walked it off. That's toughness. He got out of that inning without problems. Bottom of the sixth, though, he caught his first and only bad break of the game. Brock Podgorski up with a man on the pitch. Podgorski swings and sends it deep to left. And Mark Fontes' camera battery dies while the ball is in the air. That is my kind of luck. It was a two-run shot for Podgorski, who put the Spartans ahead. Brock, I'll make it up to you somehow, my man. We move to the top of the seventh. One out for West. Jerry Gomez, the tying run at second. Tino Malave, the go-ahead run at first. They bring Chris Geraci on to get the last two outs for Steinert. He gets Kevin Smagaki to swing and miss at strike three, so the Hornets now down to their last chance. It'll be Dan Garcia up. He hits a ground ball to Brock Podgorski at short, and number 10 throws, makes the putout. The Spartans pull off a come-from-behind win after exploding for offense in their first three games. They rely on pitching and good defense to take this one and remain the only undefeated team in Hamilton Township. Speaking of that, these highlights brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association, members working to ensure your child's future success.
And finally, Team of the Day is brought to you by Pryor NAMI Business Systems, a full-line computer sales and service center. Pryor NAMI is your business solutions headquarters. With most area high schools on spring break this week, a lot of teams are playing 11 a.m. games, and one of the victors earlier today, Princeton High softball. The Little Tigers traveled to Hightstown, and they handed the Lady Rams a convincing 7-2 defeat. Pitcher Sarah Eisenach went the complete 7 innings, striking out 3. She allowed 7 hits, but only 2 earned runs. At the plate, Jessica Campisi was one of many Little Tiger ladies who drove in runs, improving their record on the year to 2-1. Well, that's all for sports on this Monday. In a moment, Mercer County Close-Up. We'll be right back. Okay.
Is being better.